We have ongoing changes with the Overland Bridge project on I-95 just south of the 401 bridge. So we're here in the office that's overseeing the bridge project itself. We have John Kemp with us. He's an administrator with Eisman and Russo, and we wanted to let him come in and talk about the project a little bit and look ahead over the next couple of months, and maybe into the early part of summer, to see what we can anticipate with this project and really how the status is on the project and how things are going. So John, we're glad to have you with us, and we want to just give it an overview of what's happening.
Right. Well, thank you, Ron. We're about 2/3 through with the project right now. It looks like we'll be completed with the project in the winter of 2016, maybe early 2017. And we're moving right along. The contract is basically on schedule, and we're doing very well.
Okay, so what we're looking at here is we're anticipating, we just had some changes this last weekend where we've changed some things in Atlantic Boulevard, the Hendricks Avenue area. We closed that area in there for the intersection. Now we've got some anticipated changes coming up in the future and maybe building into the early summer. What are we looking at for more of the immediate impact?
Yes, just to show you this overlay that we have here, this is the south side of the project and the north side. So on the right hand side is the northbound traffic of I-95, and then on the right hand side as we go down will be your southbound direction of I-95. Now where we have most of the work going on and what we're going to see over the next few months is going to be right here in the Atlantic mid to late summer, July, August time frame. With that will allow traffic traveling along I-95 southbound to get off on the new Atlantic off-ramp and allow us to shut down the old. Along with that effort, about 6 months to 9 months from now, so late 2015, winter 2015, we're also going to finish up building the northbound collector distributor road. And when we finish that, we're going to take the existing 95 northbound traffic and shift it over to that new road we built. That will open up the work zone in the middle of the project so we can continue to demolition the old existing pavement and bridge and allow us to rebuild it. So that's what we're looking at over the next 6 to 8 months.
And some of the demolition of the old structure is because some of it was deficient anyway, so it has to be replaced. And this is all part of it, as well as some of the key factors as we go through this and make some changes. And one of the safety factors when we complete this project would be eliminating some of the dangerous weaving of the traffic and crossing over the different lanes and trying to either move downtown or move over the 401 bridge, correct?
Yes, that's correct. And in fact, as you're looking at this, all the blue and red marks with the little arrows show you what the ultimate traffic patterns will be for the project. The underlying is what's existing now. But the dangerous weaving and stuff that has been going on for years has basically been from the on-ramp northbound 95 that would cross over with traffic from the Atlantic on-ramp and the Phillips northbound on-ramp, then traffic trying to get off on the main street in Acosta. So that's all going to be improved, where that northbound collector distributor, when it's in its final configuration, the traffic would have to make a decision if they're going to Acosta or Prudential or Main Street further back to the south, eliminating this weave, and then Atlantic would have designated on-ramps for Main Street, Acosta, or Prudential, or they can go on a totally different ramp for I-95 northbound. So that helps eliminate that weave that you're talking about. And the other thing that's very interesting that will be at the ultimate, at the end, is this configuration of a new on and off ramp for Phillips Highway and Atlantic Boulevard that did not exist before.
So a lot of changes still continuing on. It's very important for people to be aware that on a regular basis we would have pattern changes, and as you move some equipment around even, and being able to open up new roadways for people to move on.
Yes, as you can imagine, as we're doing this under the current traffic, we have over 100,000 cars going through here every day, and there are ramps that we're rebuilding, reconstructing, bridges we're rebuilding, reconstructing, and it does require us to shift lanes, have lane closures, detours at nights, sometimes during the day, to allow this work to happen. And they'll be continual through the next 18 months all the way till the end of the project. We do ask that drivers be careful, be cognizant of all the changes that are going on, slow down, pay attention. We appreciate your patience as we continue to build the project. To further explain what we're doing in the field right now and what's coming up over the next couple months, we're out here in the construction project and looking at what we have. You'll see this is the Atlantic Boulevard area where you have westbound going away from us and then eastbound going back towards my backside. That would be your eastbound. And then looking up above is our third level flyover I was talking about with the steel girders that were placed over the last couple of months. You'll see that they're deck forming for a concrete placement right now that they hope to have done in the middle of the summer and open this ramp from southbound I-95 onto to go to eastbound Atlantic by mid to late summer. As you're also looking, you'll see these walls that are being formed with panels. These are what we call mechanically stabilized earth walls, or MSE walls. This is actually your fill area to a bridge. And if you look, this is a northbound collector distributor bridge that'll be going over Atlantic. This will be finished in about 6 months from now, but you'll start seeing girders go up in the next few weeks. And then they'll come in and they'll start putting it into deck pans for the concrete and steel placement. Once the whole northbound collector distributor is completed, we'll open up the roadway for northbound I-95 traffic to be shifted over to it. The decision point will be back towards the south, back around the San Diego overpass, about where Douglas Anderson School of the Arts is. And that traffic will come through here, and the decision point to get on there, that's where the shift will happen, will continue across the northbound collector distributor. Now that'll be for currently, when they do it in about 6-7 months, they shift the traffic over for northbound I-95. At the end of the project though, they'll shift traffic back to the new 95 and we'll have the new service road or the northbound collector distributor completed. You will then get on it to go to the Acosta, Prudential, and Main Street areas of the city. Collector distributor, or MBCD as the acronym that we have, is basically a service road. It allows traffic to get off the mainline I-95 and access different roadways that are along that route. So basically it's eliminating the weave that we currently have up around Main Street and Acosta and Prudential exits off I-95. It will eliminate that weave because now we're separating the traffic further back, further to the south, for people to make a decision then to, I'm going into the city by Main Street or Acosta, or I want to continue through I-95 over to Fuller Warren. So it will eliminate that whole weave congestion area that we have currently going on up around the Main Street, Prudential, and Acosta exits. Over the next few months, you'll see the continuation of this third level flyover, the Atlantic off-ramp I was talking about. Hoping to have that mid to late summer completed and open to traffic. And then the northbound collector distributor should be finished by winter of this year, which we're looking into the November, December timeframe right now to have that open. It will only be open though to shift 95 traffic over to it, so that will open up the work zone in the middle where we can continue our demolition and rebuilding efforts of mainline I-95. We will continue to have lane closures as we work in the area. We'll have some detours, mostly during the night, that we'll need to do, especially when we're hanging the girders in this area for the northbound collector distributor going over Atlantic. We also have some further demolition, like we did a couple of weekends ago, that we need to do for the existing bridges that go over Atlantic. We'll demo those out and rebuild that area as well.